Welcome to another episode of Can You Reach That?
Reach that.
Whew.
It's October. Pumpkin spice season. What's your take? What's your take on pumpkin spice?
Pumpkin spice?
What's your take on pumpkin spice and Uggs?
Pumpkin spice and Uggs.
Pumpkin spice and Uggs, bro. It's about to be a white girl winter.
White girl winter. Can you reach that? You see that? Let's talk about it. Read that. Believe that. Let the people know that we see that and what they want to know. Can you reach that? Can you reach that?
And now your host, Tango and Coop.
Can you reach that? Can you reach that? Can you reach?
So, I guess it starts is if you're whether you like pumpkin pie to begin with to whether you like pumpkin spice. And I do enjoy pumpkin pie if it's made correctly.
Right.
Because there's some terrible ones out there.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. I like it. And when it comes to pumpkin spice, because there's pumpkin spice, I think there's pumpkin spice laundry detergent now.
Yeah.
And just in case you want to, be soft, fluffy, and fresh and smell like pumpkin spice.
You gotta smell like it.
But I think there's an overabundance of unnecessary. Like I saw the other day, you're familiar with man wipes, right?
Yeah.
There's pumpkin spice man wipes.
Okay.
And I was like, for what? Just
some men like smelling like pumpkin spice.
Some men's asses like smell like pumpkin spice.
Well, when my girl goes down on me, I want her to.
But it's like, bro, there's not a need for a lot of the stuff that they release in pumpkin spice. I feel like a lot of companies just just throw it out there, people to buy it.
Bandwagon, bro.
So
put pumpkin spice on everything.
There's things that work, I can see pastries, right? Certain pastries. Yeah. I get it, right? It's close to pie, pastries, even a Pop-Tart for that matter.
Mm-hmm,
but do you need pumpkin spice Sour Patch Kids? You know what I'm saying?
'Tis the season.
Right? It's come on.
Nah, you got to pumpkin spice all the things.
All the things. I mean,
pumpkin spice Twinkies.
And you see, I'm not even a Twinkie fan, so let alone
a pumpkin spice Twinkie.
So I mean, Twinkies to me, I get it. They can survive a nuclear holocaust and all that shit. But the second I even remotely try to bite into one, my stomach turns inside out and I'm ready to vomit. It's just so absurdly sweet.
Oh, okay.
So it's just
Yeah, you're not really on that sugar like that either.
Not like that. It's just that's harsh.
Man.
I can't do Twinkies. Twinkies are for throwing.
Don't give me a box of Twinkies. I'll fucking 12-pack gone.
Just thinking about that just made my stomach just go, ugh.
Yeah, I love me some
Twinkies. that sensation that some people get, I know I do, where you see something where they're working on somebody's eye and they're real close to the eye, and your eyes start watering just out of reaction.
Yeah.
That's how I get when people talk about Twinkies. My stomach just goes, hey, man, don't even think about it.
Well, I like the next level of Twinkies. They came up with the zingers, so it's got the icing on top.
So I'm cool with zingers.
What's so the icing makes it okay? No icing.
It's chocolate, I guess.
It's a naked Twinkie.
No, but it's that. So zingers, for one, the cake is different.
Okay.
So, but I think it's that Twinkie cake, that moist ass sweet sugar cake.
Thought it was the same shit. It's just a Twinkie with icing.
But I used to be down with the ding dongs and the ho-hos.
Yeah, see, I couldn't. Those are too chocolatey for me.
So
I'll eat them if there's nothing. If there's no Twinkies, I'll eat a ding dong. But chocolate.
You would eat, I'm sitting there trying to eat hoes and you trying to eat ding dongs.
Oh, damn. Pause.
Right.
Nah, but it's not the top of my list. Anything chocolate, it's not at the top of my list. But if there's nothing else there, all right, fine, I'll eat the chocolate. I'll eat the chocolate.
Yeah, and see, that's the thing is pumpkin spice, when it comes to that kind of stuff, I think there's just a lot of it out there that's just, it's not needed, man. I feel like it's kind of like Oreo, right? Oreo just decides to release a different flavor every month. I
feel like they got a pumpkin spice Oreo.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. I mean, why wouldn't they, right?
Yeah. Pumpkin spice candles. Got your whole house smelling like.
So being that we're on this pumpkin spice and October kind of theme, I'll retort your pumpkin spice question with candy corn.
Love it.
Trash. Absolute trash.
I love all the shit that people don't.
How do you ball up a piece of wax in the form of a triangle and say, here's food?
Throw some sugar in it and some food color, and that's all you need.
Oh, that is just
I'll fuck with that.
that is gross.
Yeah, maybe for most, but see, that's just more for me. That's why, and maybe that's why I like eating them because nobody else likes them.
I mean, I suppose if you just decide, hey, you know what, I'm tired of going to the bathroom, I'm just gonna eat some candy corn, put all this wax in me, I'm gonna be good for a week.
Just hold everything up for a little bit. Another one.
Did you gain weight? Nah, just
Nah, it's just the corn.
just all plugged up.
Haven't passed the candy corn yet.
Yeah,
And literally just past the candy corn. It'd be all fucking 3 different colors. Oh man. Another one is
how you in there dropping deuces in triangle form.
right? Man. Another one is black licorice jelly beans.
So jelly beans as a whole are out for me.
Really?
Because once again,
It's just the sugar. Too
it's
much
just
sugar.
too sweet. They're just, it's just a glob of sugar in there.
If you haven't caught on yet, I'm kind of a sugar addict.
Right.
So
Have you messed with them Harry Potter joints that taste like dirty socks and all that?
nah, I don't. I'm not trying to get duped on my sweetness.
Here,
Like,
this is
ooh.
Tutti Frutti or this is vomit. But my thing is who's sitting there at the lab going, hey man, can you taste this and tell me if it tastes like vomit?
Coming up with these flavors, that job must suck.
I mean, there's like boogers. I mean, is somebody sitting there eating a booger and then eating
and then
jelly
you
bean
got to
and going,
taste it. Yeah,
"Hey, I think it's pretty close.
Tastes just like boogers.
So, I mean, you had to have had, I feel like whoever worked on that recipe ate boogers as a child and was like, oh, this brings me back.
Had to.
This brings me
Had
back.
to. Flashbacks.
But I'm saying like detergent
Earwax.
and earwax and dirty socks. Like, come on, who's sitting there like tasting dirty socks to know what dirty socks taste like?
I think it's just based off the smell. It smells like the taste. But I mean,
Worst job ever.
I got to come up with a dirty sock flavor for these jelly beans. Like, ugh.
Dude, like I remember when those first came out years back, and I was working in the industry. I was working for the WB. I was working at Warner, so we had a lot of Harry Potter stuff going on and all this. And those jelly beans came out, and then they had a contest online to submit potential flavors.
Right.
Well, I'm like, all right, well, if we're gonna get absurd, I was on there like, hey, Windex, gasoline,
Oh my.
like. Like I was putting the most toxic
The
stuff that you could
craziest,
think
yeah.
about, like, hey, what'll kill you if you try to compare it, like unleaded 97 octane,
Wow.
you know.
Rat poop flavored jelly beans.
I was putting everything, dude. Like I put dog shit. I mean, I was putting all kinds of stuff because I'm like, if any of the and it was getting votes too, but I'm like, if any of these get picked, I'm not trying it, but I'm literally looking for the dude who's like, let me try that gasoline jelly bean.
Now you got me wondering if shit tastes different from different animals. Like, does dog shit taste different
Why
from
are
human
you
shit?
wondering this?
I'm thinking for the jelly bean guy. Like, he's got to come up with is there a difference between the dog shit jelly bean and the human shit jelly bean?
I mean,
or is you know,
so this is what the podcast has come to.
shit jelly beans,
Episode 11 is talking about duty and the
Shit
differences
jelly
of
beans.
flavor.
right?
I mean, you got to imagine that you could probably lay out of various animals' turds across in a row and then send your dog out, and your dog's going to go to whichever one it prefers, and it's going to eat it because, well, dogs will eat
Dogs do.
shit. So,
Dogs do eat shit.
I guess if you really want to know if there's a difference in flavor, round up some turds from the forest, bring them home, see what your dog likes.
Take him to the R&D department.
Like, here, this is what we need to do. This is what we need to find out.
That's
and then we're going to send these to Jelly Belly and have him make,
Right?
oh, dang, he really likes that raccoon shit.
Give us the credit. Give us the credit. What's the talking about shit and beans?
So, damn, like this episode is just
Nah, it's just a
getting
weird
out of
start.
hand.
Have you heard about the coffee beans? I don't know the type
It's
of
the
animal.
cat.
Yeah, the cat
It's the
eats
cats,
it,
yeah,
poops it out,
Yep.
and now they charge like an absurd
An
amount
arm
for
and
these.
leg because it has to do with something that the cat's stomach
Yeah, like
does.
the
the
chemical-
acidicness of its stomach.
Yeah.
It does something to the process of that bean that ferments it in a certain type of way that.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh man, look what they got.
So there's got to be somebody out there that heard this news and was like, you know what? I'm gonna see if mine works the same way. And I wonder if they ate some coffee beans, and then shit them out, and tried to make coffee with it.
They just at the house with the Keurig.
Right?
Got the little K cup. Like, here, let me put these in here.
But
my
this,
thing
this
is-
coffee tastes like shit.
My thing is who's the first dude that was like, oh, that cat ate my coffee beans?
I
All right,
paid,
I'm about to wait until he gets those out.
I paid a lot of good money for them coffee beans, man.
So then he waits.
Click,
whatever it is.
found the poop.
Oh, there it is. Let me just rinse this off real
Rinse
quick.
them all out.
Let me brew this up. And then he was like, oh my gosh, it's even better than normal.
There's
Like,
always one.
Who's the first guy that said that?
I don't know.
He must have been really mad that his cat ate his coffee beans and was like, sir, I'm going to wait you out, cat.
Or really desperate. I need my caffeine.
Like, as opposed to just going to get some more coffee, he's like,
He ran out of money.
nah, man, that cat got my coffee. I'm getting it back.
He ran out of money.
One way or another. And apparently it was the another.
Well, if he didn't poop him out, was he gonna
Dissect him.
the cat to get his coffee beans back?
This cat's got to go.
Where's your favorite place to? So, what's your favorite item to consume that has pumpkin spice? Is it a drink? Is it
Other than pumpkin pie?
yeah? Well, because I feel like that's different. Pumpkin pie versus a pumpkin spice. I feel like pumpkin spice is more.
It's
Well,
just
what's the spice? Is it cinnamon?
It's basically like cinnamon
Little
and
pumpkin and
like
cinnamon?
yeah, probably like some.
Where are all my pumpkin spice experts at? Like, let me know what the spice is.
It's like I think it's gonna end up being like cinnamon,
Or
ginger, and cloves.
Nutmeg. Oh, okay.
No, I don't think nutmeg, but cloves. I think it's cloves, cinnamon, and ginger.
I used to smoke cloves.
So,
Beaties. You remember Beaties?
oh my god. But yeah, dude. Like, but as far as my favorite, I mean, I'm not gonna say a favorite, but like I can do like a cinnamon. I mean, I can say cinnamon, but pumpkin spice. I can do like coffee,
Okay.
like a coffee creamer
doing
type
them
joint.
Starbucks pumpkin spice
But
lattes.
I have had now, not a major chain, but mom and pops. I've had pumpkin spice donuts that were bomb.
Oh, all right. Interesting.
But I believe they actually add pumpkin to the dough as well, so I think that's what makes them better. But,
Right.
But yeah, I mean, but I can't do the, I'm not gonna sit there and go out. Oh, let's go get some, let's go to In-N-Out and get the pumpkin spice burgers. You know what I'm saying? Like I just feel like there's some outlandish.
Pumpkin spice milkshakes.
So and I feel like with sweets, it's almost like whatever because pumpkin pie is sweet anyways. So you add sugar and you put it in something, I feel like it's okay. But it's just there's just certain things, like I said, when they start doing like the like the pumpkin spice Sour Patch Kids and pumpkin spice M&Ms, and it's like that's just not necessary.
Pumpkin spice.
And the man wipes is just stupid.
Pumpkin spice tree fresheners for the car.
The
little green trees.
Yeah, they got those, and they got dryer sheets. So
Be all pumpkin out. That's what I'm saying. Pumpkin spice, all the things.
all things pumpkin spice. But yeah, no. I wonder if they got pumpkin spice cat turd coffee. I don't know what you call it,
I
but
got some pumpkin spice pumpkins.
cat turd pumpkin spice.
Pumpkin spice turd coffee.
Let me cover up this turd taste with this pumpkin spice.
Just keep adding.
Hopefully this coffee don't taste like shit when I'm done.
What movie was that? Austin Powers, where he drank the cup of this coffee tastes like shit.
Right.
It must have been the cat coffee.
That was when he had the big beaker. Yeah, I was like, yeah, I remember that.
Like, Austin, that is shit. Oh, well, that makes sense. It's a
That
bit
explains
nutty.
it. Yeah.
It's a bit nutty.
That explains it. Yeah, but no, there are some things that are far beyond the normal, man. Far beyond the normal.
Yeah, it's not my thing. I don't really mess with the pumpkin spice like that. It's too, I don't know. It's just not my thing. I can't do it.
But you can go candy corn all day.
Candy corn, yeah. Give me a bag. Like
I'm about to buy you some pumpkin spice candy corn, dog.
I'll try it.
Because I'm not.
I'm gonna give it to the cat and see what comes out.
Maybe you can brew that out, pop that up in the Keurig.
We'll have some high quality
Pumpkin spiced candy
pumpkin
corn.
spice candy corn.
Oh man,
Cat acid coffee. Crazy.
I feel like that would just kill the cat at that point, right? Like, what was that back in the day when they used to feed the Alka-Seltzers to the seagulls?
Oh my God. Poor seagulls.
Why would they do that?
Poor seagulls.
But yeah,
Who was the first guy to think of that? Who was the guy that decided? So was that premeditated?
I feel like somebody who knew birds and knew that birds couldn't
Have
like
like
pass
a small-
gas.
yeah.
Because that's part of it is like they don't pass gas. Like they either they should or they don't. So once you get that carbonation, that gurgling,
Yeah,
it's kind of a wrap.
The crazy stuff you see, or the laxative, feeding birds laxative.
Oh, I saw. So you remember they did that at Culver. They did it out on the football field and did
I
it.
don't remember that.
Yeah, they
What
did
was
that at
What
Culver.
year was that?
Don't remember the
Drop
year.
names. No. I don't even remember who.
Yeah,
I don't remember that.
I'm
at
not
all.
gonna say who, but there was people that did it.
I
Yeah,
don't
out on the
remember that
football
at all.
field. They did it on the football field. The period before lunch, they did it out on the football field. And
What year? Our senior year or
no, I want to say it might have been our sophomore.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna say names, but I'm gonna say that it was some seniors that did it.
Bet.
That'll narrow it down. Yeah, they.
That's a whole class of people.
And so and since where I was at that period, I was able to observe.
Yeah.
So I knew to stay under the cover.
That's crazy.
I was like, I'm not going out anywhere where. But there was a video. I remember seeing a video online where they did that at the beach. They went out and they bought a bunch of fries and stuff and just doused it with.
Yeah, I did see that.
And then
the birds are
just circling, just
pooping
dropping on
everywhere.
everybody. And they showed people just getting, they were just smothered. And
break out the. I hear that's good luck.
hey, everybody out there must be rich.
They should have bought a bunch of lottery tickets.
That's nuts.
Was it worth it?
Well, for the people who did it, they left. they wasn't tripping, but the people that was unsuspecting, I'm sure it was not worth it.
Yeah.
So
that's crazy.
But off the subject of shit, since we've been on that for a minute, we talked about it in a previous episode. I went ahead and ordered, and it dropped. So I wanted to pop this out, but check it out.
Oh shit!
Had to pick up
got that
Mr. Pharrell's Lego set,
spaceship,
the Over the Moon.
Over the Moon.
So yeah, I was pretty stoked when it came. I'm not gonna.
That's dope. So it's got the Pharrell Lego on it.
Yeah,
that's dope.
So I'm not gonna take it out the box. I'm gonna leave it in the box and just kind of
just have the box on
my little collectible. But I thought it was pretty dope, man. I went ahead.
So what's that little Connect 4 looking thing?
So from what I'm told, it's a bunch of faces of people affiliated with Pharrell. So it's supposed to be people that are familiar. I haven't really looked.
Oh, like all the different artists and stuff that he's worked with?
I believe so.
That's what's up.
So,
so you can switch. So it comes with the two Legos.
Yeah. So
you can switch them out.
Yeah. So
damn. We can make a drop it like it's hot Lego music video.
We probably could.
A little
but
stop
I still
motion.
say they need to do that stop motion Lego Drink Champs.
That'll be dope.
I'm waiting on it.
That'll be dope.
Come on, Pharrell. Come on, Nori. Let's go. Drink Champs in Lego formation.
How did he used to say it? I forgot how to say in Spanish. I forgot.
Yeah, don't do that.
I ain't watched Drink Champs in a minute.
I love watching Drink Champs, man. Especially certain guests, man. It's just
I'm behind. I still haven't watched the Common one yet. I wanted to see the Common one.
There's been a lot of fantastic guests. I mean, yeah.
There's so many that's been on there. I've been slacking. Plus this move that I'm doing right now hasn't helped with my time management either. So
throws everything a little out of whack.
Super out of whack. Got to do all the unpacking and everything, figure out where stuff is going now. Yeah, fun stuff.
Yeah, but it sucks to move, but once you're settled in, then you're like, all right.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, it's a move in the right direction. More space, more freedom.
Yeah, new spot's nice.
More privacy.
You got a nice little area, nice little setup.
I like it. So, definitely something that we can grow into because we definitely outgrew our last space. Even grabbing all the stuff from there, I swear we just kept finding things.
And now I know where to leave my Starbucks cups.
Yeah, not in my driveway.
That's not what I saw. Wasn't even yours.
It wasn't.
I mean, I'm not a Starbucks frequenter, anyways. But
yeah.
But if I do go, I know where to leave my cups. Apparently.
You get run off the block doing that shit.
Yeah, well, that's some people just don't have
they don't the decency to pick up after themselves.
Maybe they'll see this and they'll learn their lesson.
Who knows?
I called them out.
Who knows?
I don't know their names.
I don't either.
Maybe for the best.
Yeah, man. But that's dope. That Lego. I didn't even know they dropped it already. I thought it was still.
Yeah, the I forgot which show we was talking about it, but around that time they set up the pre-orders. Okay. And when they did that, I went ahead and I stayed true to my word.
Yeah.
And I went ahead and I pre-ordered it, and it came the other day, man, and I'm happy to have it. I don't collect Legos, but that was just one of those sets. I was like, that's kind of dope.
Yeah,
I'm still looking forward to checking out the movie. I want to see that movie.
Yeah, I definitely want to see the movie. And I want to get it, but if I get it, it's not gonna. I can't, like with anything else. I can't just buy one. I can't just buy one set of Legos. I'll buy it, or I want to buy it.
Other ones that
I'll
you
put it in
buy?
the cart, and then I'm gonna. Well, let me see what else they got.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. Now I got 5 sets in my cart.
Well, I told you I've been tempted a few times because like they have the OG NES with the little mini TV.
Yeah.
It's a whole set, and I'm just sitting there like, don't buy this. Because for me, I would at that point I almost did it with this, but at that point I would buy 2.
Right.
Because one would just be to hold, and the other
Yeah.
one would be to put together.
Yeah.
But I don't need to be doing all that.
Plus, those things ain't cheap, right? That's triple digits, 100 plus.
The Nintendo one's 300.
Ooh wee.
So
Yeah. You buying 2 of those? You want some baller shit?
right. I mean, no, I'm just kidding. Balling on a budget.
That's why you don't have 2 of them.
right. That's why there's only one for real for now. But yeah, there's been a few of those sets. That was one, and then they had there's an Atari one like that as well. And I
Yeah.
actually wanted to get. There's the Simpsons house and the Quickie Mart as well. They came out a while ago, but I was close and I never went ahead. I was like, nah, I'm not doing that.
Couldn't quite pull the trigger. You remember when they did them Quickie Mart pop-up shops?
I went to one. I went to the one on Venice and Sepulveda.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that was the 7-Eleven pop-up that they converted.
Yeah.
That was when they did the Simpsons movie.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those were dope.
I went in there, and it was funny because I went in there, and of course I bought a can of Flamin' Moe's.
Mm-hmm.
I got a box of Krusty O's.
To get some Buzz Cola.
And I got some Buzz Cola.
Nice.
And I got some Duff beer.
Nice.
I still have them.
Yeah, the only thing I can find is my Krusty O's. I can't find.
I
any
still
of my
have them, and
beverages.
I highly recommend nobody ever eating those, being that they're at this point 15 years old. Or something?
Easily.
So
They're probably pretty stale by now.
yeah,
Probably got shit growing in there.
what's in Krusty O's? I never looked at the
I don't
ingredients.
know. There was a worm on the box. I remember there was a worm on the box.
I know there's a bunch of chemicals and some dyes.
Sprockets and shit.
Right. So I mean, if you're going by the standards of the show, there's no standards in Krusty products.
Right.
So we know that much.
Right.
So
Probably extremely low in nutritional. Not a part of a balanced breakfast.
the fact that when I shake the box, you still hear them kind of, and I'm not gonna say they sound fresh, but they don't. Nothing sounds stuck together, or
Right.
you know what I mean. It still sounds like a fresh box. I'm kind of concerned.
Yeah.
But yeah, I bought those as kind of as a little. I mean, you know me, I'm a huge Simpsons fan, so
Yeah.
I had to cop those. And it's funny too, because now you can just go to Universal and just pick those all up. I mean, they're quadruple the price, but they sell them all right there.
Really? I didn't know that.
So, but
I also haven't been to Universal.
mine got that old OG expiration dates though.
Right.
Mine expired, and then let me know that and you know it's the Flamin' Moe's, the Duff, and all that you can tell the fluid is disintegrated, it's evaporated
Because it doesn't have the same pressure anymore.
I mean, even when you tip it,
Yeah.
it feels like they're half full. I mean, you can hear it like pour, as opposed to just a small gap. You can hear
That's crazy.
they're like halfway full now. So they're just eventually it's going to be a closed, empty can with a thin layer of the syrup at the bottom because
Yeah.
the water
It's
compound is going to
evaporating.
evaporating.
I've tried over the years to save a couple cans of like bottles or drinks. Like they did those small Coke cans that had Marvel characters on it, like Black Widow,
Oh, right.
Spider-Man, things like that.
You end up drinking them?
No,
Oh.
they ended up bursting.
Oh, wow.
Not like bursting, but bursting enough to where the seal in the lid,
Right.
and then they leaked out and spilled everywhere. So now if I'm gonna save a can, I'll just crack it to let the pressure out, and then slowly get all the fluid out of it. So I just have the empty can. I had to do that with one of my original OG Four Locos with all the fucking shit inside of it.
You was heavy on the Four Logos.
Yeah, that was a phase, bro.
You was like a 10 can a day for Logos. You was I'm gonna give myself the shakes and the heart palpitations for Logos.
I wasn't drinking that many of them, but I did have a fucking cachet. Because once they talked about switching up the formula,
right.
I was hitting up all the local.
To get the OG ones.
Yeah, I had a
He
couple
was like,
cases.
"No, I need whatever makes my heart palpitate. That's what I need."
Bruh, nah, it was one can. It was like $2.99. It wasn't even that expensive.
Right.
One can would have me feeling nice. So I was like, I can get fucked up off for $3.
I never did the Four Logos.
Yeah, I think the most I ever did was 2 cans. I don't think I ever got to 3.
you at one point I felt like they should have just paid you for
They could have.
a deal because you was
I was definitely advertising that shit. People knew me. There was a point at where, matter of fact, I was in Japan, so I couldn't get no Four Locos out there. But they started doing these like Four Loco drink mixes.
oh okay.
So people just started tagging me in them. It would be like in the big margarita bowl, and it would have like the Four Loco
Locos
can in the top with all the bunch of fruits and everything like that.
Right.
Coop, you ever had this? And I'm like, I don't drink Four Loco anymore.
Why are you rubbing it in? I'm all the way out here in Japan, man.
I couldn't get no Four Loco, so I had to settle for it. They had this other drink called a Strong Zero.
Should have had some shipped your way.
Thought about it.
Could have laced it with some sake.
I was like, nah.
Four Loco sake.
Nah, when in Rome, you know, I fuck with the local delicacies. So
Have you ever gone to that
definitely-
place where they do that cat coffee where they?
Haven't been to that place.
Because when in Rome,
Haven't been to Rome. I don't what that's.
haven't been to that Rome.
I want to say where was that at in South America?
I think it's South America, but
Yeah.
I'm not 100%.
I haven't traveled down there yet. I want to travel down there just to check it out. But I would like to learn Spanish first before I do that. I don't want to travel to a place. It's bad enough that I've been to Japan and don't speak Japanese. But
Well, South America.
I mean, I'm sure it's.
I mean, it's a lot of Portuguese, and there's Peruvian, and it's not all Spanish.
But I feel like Spanish is a common language down there. Well, the parts that I want to go to, they're going to speak Spanish. So
Like I want to go to Brazil where they speak Portuguese.
I guess I better learn Portuguese.
It's close enough. I mean, I know people who speak who are fluent, and they can talk to people in Spanish because mostly they're similar. There's a few different dialect
right.
differences and some subtle word changes, but for the
Yeah.
most part, they can understand each other. So
Yeah, so going to Japan, it was a little different because it's military. So we have military, like on the military base, it's like a little America.
right.
So everybody there speaks English and everything like that. But like, and even outside, and this is Okinawa. I wasn't on the mainland. I was on the little island.
Right.
So the comparison is like Okinawa to Japan is like Hawaii to the U.S.
hmm
And Okinawans, even not to say they don't consider themselves Japanese, but don't disrespect them and not call them Okinawan type of vibe. But they had their own beer, Orion beer. They had their own factory made from the waters of the mountains and everything like that. Great beer. And then Awamori, it was like their version of sake, their rice wine.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's completely. I won't say completely different. Like all of them, I won't say they're all the same, but they all are similar. The Awamori, the sake, the soju, the Korean rice wine, all similar type joints and everything. But I don't know why I started talking about that in the first place. Oh, we were talking about Four Locos and when in Rome.
You're when in Rome. You were
Yeah.
talking. Yeah, you were just talking about the things you had access to.
So I didn't have the Four Locos
Spaced
over
out.
there, but I was drinking all this other stuff, and that's actually why I eat sushi now, because I never ate sushi prior to going to Japan. Me going to Japan is what got me to start eating sushi.
Well, you know me, I'm not a seafood guy, so I'm literally not gonna eat seafood if it's not cooked. So
Well, that's how I used to
I'm
be.
out.
I'm like, I'm not eating no raw shit, but then I get over there and I'm like, well,
We're back to the shit again.
yeah, no,
Raw shit.
raw shit. It's raw shit. I won't eat raw shit. I guess I eat raw
But
shit now.
you-
So going out
if
there,
it's
I
cooked,
figured
I used to eat shit, but like now I'm cool with the
now
raw
I'm
shit.
cool with the raw shit. Yeah, but
That's that new raw diet they were talking
going
about.
out there, I was like, if I'm gonna eat sushi anywhere, why
Japan.
not pick an island that's surrounded by water and they
Right.
basically expertise is in sushi, you know? And they had this one, and I want to say there has to be some stateside, but at that time I hadn't seen anything like it before. This was 2012, 2013, but
Yeah.
it was called a sushi go round, where you have your table, like say this is the table, and then they got the conveyor
yeah.
belt that travels around, and you grab the plates off
Yeah,
of it.
they got places here like that as
Yeah,
well.
but it was like dollar plates.
Right.
It was 100 yen sushi go round. So every plate that you grab was just 100.
Okay. Because I know there's places too that they have different color plates, and the colors basically the color of the
Oh.
plate is the price.
Yeah,
So I've seen that where like the yellow plates are $1 and red plates are $4, and you know what I mean.
yeah,
And then you'd have the stack of plates at your thing, and then when you put the plates into there's like a slot.
yeah,
You put the plate in, that's what tallies up your total on the kiosk right there. You just pay at your table. So,
yeah. That's dope.
yeah. I've had some friends that told me that like, since I'm not a seafood person, they're like, hey, if you ever go to Japan, trust me, there's restaurants there that if you tell them you don't like seafood, they'll show you what you will like. For some reason, they know, because I have a friend he never likes seafood,
Right.
and he traveled to Japan with his wife. Wife's Japanese, family's out there.
Right.
They took him to some spots, and they literally told the restaurants, what to bring him, because they said he don't like seafood, so bring him this, this, and this, which was seafood.
Yeah.
And and then I guess the chef or whoever was like, oh, okay, and they did some stuff. I don't know how it all went down, but basically they were like, I got you. You don't like seafood, I got you.
Right.
And they brought him out some stuff, and he was like, dude, he goes, it was some of the best food I ever had. He goes, and I can't get it over here now. So he goes, even though I don't like seafood, I like that.
Right. Nah, it makes sense. But I mean, there's a lot to eat out there. They have a restaurant out there called the Four Seasons. It's like a teppanyaki, where you got the grill. Everybody sits down. They put on a little show and everything like that.
Yeah.
Great steaks.
Do they do the volcano?
They don't do the volcano. It's kind of offensive over
right. They say they're like we don't do that Benihana stuff over here.
Like, this is authentic.
We cook our food. We don't play with it.
Yeah, but they had that they had a lot of stuff over there. But also, being as Americanized as it is, they also have like Red Lobster over there.
Oh, okay.
So that
I feel like, this is just me because I've been there. I feel like a place like Red Lobster would just be empty over there. And if there wasn't anybody in there, it was tourists.
Well, it was a lot of military.
Right, and I can see that.
The locals would go just to go so they can say that they went, but like they knew where to get
the good stuff.
For the most part, it's like, oh, it's familiar to us Gaijings, It's
right.
like, oh, we got
like
a Red Lobster over here.
Like if they have it near a military base, I can see that too, because they know they're going to be able to capitalize on that
stuff.
And that's the way. But if it was somewhere like way far adjacent, somewhere out, I feel like it wouldn't be successful over there, because people are like, what is this?
It'd be straight touristy type stuff.
So it's like, hey, we got a Long John Silver's.
Everything's different. Like even the McDonald's over there, it's not the same as it is over here.
Oh yeah.
For one, the portion sizes are smaller.
Mm-hmm.
Like they do. Going to McDonald's here, it's been a minute since I've gone to a McDonald's, and they've allowed you to get a small combo with your burger, like small fries and small drink.
Oh, it's medium.
It's medium, right? So over there, they actually have when you get it, you think it's a kid's meal.
Right.
Because it's still in the small paper bag. You get literally like a 12-ounce cup.
But that's the thing. Like, American portions are like
huge.
That's what we're known for. Is like, hey, let's have huge. The biggest thing, and that's the thing too. Culturally, from America to nearly every other country on the planet, right?
Yeah.
When you go to a place to get dinner, food, whatever, a meal, it doesn't have to be dinner, but a meal, you have your grains. Your rice is probably one of your biggest portions, and your vegetables and your sides, right?
Right.
With a small portion of a protein, like a meat. Here, it's like the most prominent thing is the opposite. It's like you have the biggest slab of meat with a little small corner of some sides, and usually the sides are mad starchy.
Right.
Mixed with another starch sides and another, it's like 4 starch sides.
Right.
And then it's like, do you want a salad or fries? And then, fries. Like,
of course.
I mean, I'm not a big fry guy.
I don't want no salad.
But I'll do the salad usually. But like, yeah, like that's just the opposite. Americans are just like, no, I want the big meat.
Yeah.
Pause. And and the small sides.
Yeah.
Where it's usually the other way around. It's usually like you got your grains and your veggies, and you got the smaller protein.
A well-balanced diet. But I mean, you can see it in the culture over there. Like you don't see too many obese people in Japan. Like everybody not fit.
It's fiber and grains.
Yeah. There's a lot of seafood that's ate. There's a lot of grains, a lot of rice.
Yeah.
Now, of course, us implementing our American way of life over there, putting up the restaurants and stuff like that. Like you can definitely see it having an impact on their lifestyles and everything like that.
Right.
But even at that, the comparison between the version of the foods that we get stateside versus what they have over there are completely different. Like,
I mean, they always say like that salty or that sugary, right? It's there's a trigger in your brain basically that when you taste that salty and savory flavor, you're like, oh, I like this, and then you crave more of it. Same thing for the sugar. If you introduce that to somebody who's not used to it, at first they may be like, oh, this is different, but after they've consumed it, they're like, I do that again and again and again and again, like you
get
said.
Used to it.
So totally understand.
It's crazy.
Burgers are big out there. I know they didn't used to be, but I've heard burgers are starting to.
They're definitely picking up
in certain areas, especially in Japan and different areas.
Now, what would be interesting to see, and I haven't come across it yet, not to say it hasn't been done, but I haven't come across it yet, is to see one of the burger joints over there, because it had one spot that I can think of was called Moss Burger, MOS, not like moss, like sea moss, but like
Right.
it was just MOS Burger. And that would be interesting to see that burger chain come to the stateside and see if there would be a difference in how they prepare it and everything like that.
And see, that's the thing too. I've seen where restaurants or food styles come from abroad, from somewhere else.
Yeah.
But then they Americanize it when they get here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They add the extra salt and the extra to cater to the American diet.
Right.
So, but like you said, if that were to happen and it was authentic, I mean, what is the difference? Since I mean, is it a different beef?
It's a lot smaller portions. Everything is more natural over there.
Okay.
You don't see a lot of frozen meat.
Right.
It's just fresher. Everything over there is fresher. Literally fresher.
You should open up a franchise. You should call them up and open. Maybe
we might be on to something.
You know,
open it up right next to Kevin Hart's vegan taco spot.
Well, you could probably just use. You could probably just use his. I
could use his space,
his
right?
Space now
right?
since they're closed. So turn the vegan into the non-vegan.
So now, Kevin Hart had a spot. Danny Trejo had a spot. Nipsey Hussle,
I saw,
had that fat burger on Crenshaw and Slauson.
Yeah,
for a minute, and now I see that the whole Marathon clan, Crenshaw clan, is coming out with the Marathon burger.
Yeah.
That'll be
interesting.
Dope. I can't wait to check that out. A Marathon burger joint. And then I wonder, are they going to replace the Fat Burger spot, or is it going to be a whole new spot that they do for the Marathon burger?
I don't know that either.
Because that would be cool.
And the other thing I got to thinking about when I read about that is this an idea that he conceived?
And that they're just finally bringing it to light?
And
yeah.
They're like they're bringing it to fruition.
Yeah. I could see that. I mean, the man was a visionary at the utmost level, so it wouldn't surprise me that he had a bunch of ideas in the back of his head that he dropped to people. And then, shout out to Black Sam. Like, he's out here really doing the damn thing, taking the marathon to the next level.
Yeah.
It's dope. I want to go to their rooftop shop. I tried finding it one time, and it was like early when it opened.
Okay.
Couldn't even find the building it was in. And I think that was by design. I think they kept it, and I don't even know if they have it publicized, like where the location is and everything like that now.
Right.
But like, I would definitely like to check that shop out. And then to see what they end up doing with that shopping center on the corner over there of Crenshaw and Slauson.
Yeah.
Because they've had it fenced off for a minute now.
Yeah, hopefully they're able to open up some stuff in there, and one, and bring jobs to that community, and two, just let it thrive again.
It'll be dope. I like what bro is doing. It's sad that somebody had to fucking go and take him out like that.
Yeah,
because bro was meant for bigger things. Like, he was definitely a trendsetter.
I mean, just you saying that alone, you saw Lil Baby.
Right. Yeah, I heard he's buying up. Not only is he buying up spots in his old neighborhood, he's buying up spots that he used to trap in front of.
Right.
And then rehabbing them and turning them into legit businesses.
When I saw the video of him saying, like, this is where I used to trap and I'm buying this, I'm like, see, that the marathon does continue.
The marathon continues.
Literally, that's literally an inspiration.
Yeah. And I like seeing shit like that, like, and it's each one teach one type of shit, like, one person isn't, they say one it takes one person to change the world, but one person can't change the world alone, but they can incite a spark, they can incite a movement. And if other people pick up that baton and run with it,
it's it's the theory of the pebble in the lake. You drop that pebble in and it has a ripple. It
ripples out. Yeah.
So that's just another ripple, which is dope. And I know he won't be the last. So there's others doing it. So
yeah. And we've mentioned before, Killer Mike is out there doing his thing.
Yeah. I like the fact that Killer Mike not only is doing stuff like that, but he's also reaching out to get people more informed about politics, not just presidential, but
politics in general.
On a local level, like explaining to them how important local elections are, because they're more important than your national elections. They're more important than like voting for president. All that is important. Voting for all that is important, but your local government is what affects you directly.
It should be top priority.
And those are the people who represent you to the president.
Right.
So you need to be well informed on what their policies are and what they're doing. And I think Killer Mike is doing a great job going around and explaining that when he does stuff. I used to love it when he'd have sit downs with Bernie Sanders.
Yeah.
It was great. It was great to watch them just sit down together and just talk about stuff. And they didn't even agree on everything. He had disagreements with Bernie and vice versa.
Yeah.
But the beauty is they're able to express why they have different views, and that based on, it can be based on just lifestyle or experience, or just based on just fundamental morals and things like that. And
Right.
and I love the fact that they can do that, and it's still all good. I hate the political climate that I'm right, you're wrong, no matter what you say, and both sides are going to act like that, so you can't even have a compromise. It's
right. That's the difference between a mature individual, like we can have a disagreement and then it doesn't lead to an attack. Oh, you don't think the way that I do? Well, then fuck you.
Yeah.
Like
oh,
okay, you think differently. That's cool.
Like that whole mentality of if you're voting for this person, then you can just not be my friend, or you can unfriend me, or you could. It's like, I mean, if anybody unfriends me because of who I'm supporting or voting for, you're not my friend anyways. Like,
right.
Because my thing is you should be able to disagree. I don't have to. I don't have to like. I don't like everything you like. You don't like everything I like.
Right.
Doesn't mean you can't be friends and get along and have a joyful life together and hang out. I mean, like,
shouldn't be able to. Yeah.
Why does it matter who I'm voting for? Who cares? You can. It's fine if you want to express your opinion of like why you disagree, but that's it. Like, you express it. I take heed. No, okay, cool. Yeah, that's fine. Move on.
Right.
But if you got to like, I'm not your friend or that, all right then. Because if that's all it took, imagine if something real happened.
Yeah. We weren't friends in the first place.
So I'm good. Like, if you don't want to be my friend because of who I'm voting for or my whatever political stance I take, you might as well not be my friend because I like In-N-Out and you like Fatburger. You know what I mean? Like, that's it's just stupid.
Nah, people get butthurt over that political identity. Like,
I don't feel like it was always that way. I just feel like it's gotten more and more like that over the last maybe 8 to 12 years.
Oh, what happened 8 years ago?
So yeah, it's just
that division all started. Like, I appreciate 2008. 2008 was a great year. I appreciated the fact that this country was able to elect not even just a black person, but just a minority.
Right.
As a president. First minority president. Prior to that, all white guys. I feel like Obama becoming president was a trigger for a lot of people. A lot of people that think along the same lines as Trump. I'm not saying they have to identify with him or his politics, but similar concept to, I can't believe that we've lost so much control that one of them became president.
Right.
And now I feel like they're doing everything that they can to try to minimize that from happening again. Otherwise, why was it? I mean, prior to Kamala Harris coming into the picture, literally two oldest people in American history to run for president.
Right.
Of a generation that's like 4 generations out.
We've said it before. Like, how are these two the best people to put up? And again, we're going backwards because obviously Kamala is now the nominee.
Right.
But Biden, nothing against what Biden did, nothing against Biden himself, nothing against Trump or Trump himself. Like, I'm not gonna say anything against him either way right now. What I'm saying is that from a party standpoint, you're saying that these two basically 80-year-olds are your best shots.
Right.
That's it.
Makes no sense.
I just
the game's
couldn't accept it. I couldn't accept it either way. I wasn't,
The baby boomers, man, they need to let go. Ironically, the baby boomers now, when they started these positions, were in their, let's say, late 20s to early 30s.
Right.
And I feel like they are preventing people in their late 20s and early 30s from entering politics.
Right.
Because they refuse to vacate their
limits.
seats.
Yeah, we've talked about that. And
they refuse to vacate.
And the flip side to that is, retirement age is 65. And I know they're trying to push it towards the 70 mark.
Right.
But let's call it 70 then.
Yeah.
That's it.
And the only reason they're pushing it is because they keep spending all fucking money from Social Security.
Yeah. So
it's stupid. It's all stupid. But yeah, if you are being encouraged to retire at 70, you shouldn't be allowed to run for president.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree. I mean, I feel like I don't know, man. I feel like those two candidates definitely weren't it. And now, I know we have Kamala, who's quite a bit younger than Trump, And so now it's kind of the roles reversed because I know initially it was Trump saying that Biden was too old.
Now he's too old.
There's only like 3 or 4 years difference between them, anyways. But now he's too old, and I felt both of them were too old. I feel like the Republicans Party, and you know, this is me. I'm independent. I'm registered independent. I feel like the Republicans have better people to offer, but I feel like those people are the quietest people right now.
I agree.
Those are the least spoken. So you just.
Well, I feel like from a perspective of winning, if we want to win the election, Trump definitely has a huge following. Trump definitely is a popular individual. So if the Republican Party was to nominate anybody else, they end up splitting their vote.
Right.
Because whoever's going to vote for Trump is going to vote for Trump regardless of who the GOP
No,
nominates.
the only way it would work for one of the other Republicans, like I said, I'm not going to sit there and name names because I don't want to stir up the controversy. Yeah. But if one of the other Republicans who are more fitted for it, who are more just first and foremost younger,
right?
It would have to be on the stipulation that Trump is out.
Yeah.
Because you can't have. But then I feel like at this stage, let's say Trump just goes, you know what, I'm out, and he does what Biden does, right? He steps aside to let somebody else come up.
To let Vance come up.
I feel like he has such a following that they just write him in anyways.
Yeah. Yeah. I
so
agree.
Again, splitting the vote.
They're still gonna vote. Yeah, they're still gonna vote for him. So I mean, from that aspect, I can understand. I agree with what they're doing. They're trying to keep the vote unified because the Democrats, I feel, had the similar situation between Bernie and Hillary.
Yeah.
Because that split the vote.
Split the vote. Yeah.
If Bernie would have gotten onto Hillary's ticket, if it was a Clinton Sanders running ticket, I don't think they would have had any problem winning.
Mm.
I really don't. But because the Democratic vote was split and there was just enough disdain in this country that everything that listening to Trump that was 2016, 2008, whatever, 2008, because he came in after Biden. Listening to Trump in 2008, everything he was saying was relatable. The government is fucked up. The government is
came in
corrupt.
after Obama.
Was that what I said?
Yeah, you said after Biden.
I meant Obama. He did come in after Biden,
technically
too.
after Biden,
but I was referring to the Obama era. But like everything that he was saying about the government,
yeah,
he wasn't wrong,
right? I mean,
and that struck a nerve with a lot of people, which gave him that popular vote.
But the unfortunate thing is all the stuff that he had the best ideas for, he doesn't know how to execute. He didn't do anything.
He doesn't know how to execute anything. That's why I don't want to say all of his businesses failed, but most of his businesses failed for that reason.
Yeah.
The guy is a great starter.
Yeah.
The guy knows how to get shit done. He knows how to get what he wants, but once he gets it, he fumbles it.
That's it. Yeah.
Like watching him debate now.
He just wants the ability to say, I did this.
Right.
Regardless of what happened
Whatever happened after it, I did it.
But he did it. That's it. So
watching him in the debate when he was talking about the healthcare plan.
Got a concept.
And he was like, I got a concept. And it's like
9 years later.
And you still only have a concept? First off, when you repealed or whatever it was, Obamacare, you said you had a plan then.
And they showed a clip. They actually showed a clip. There's a whole YouTube video about it where for a course of about 3 years, he kept saying that his plan was going to be unveiled in about 2 weeks at all these press conferences. And there's the video's like 10 minutes long of him going, we're gonna lay it out in about 2 weeks. Yeah, we're gonna lay it out in 2 weeks. Yeah, we've got this idea. It's gonna be planned out. You'll know more in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So and it just never.
All he does, he just kicks the bucket down the street. That's it.
So
whatever.
I know we started the show off talking about shit, and now we're talking about shit. So
I think we've reached full circle
on a whole another lighter, different shade of conversation.
Different shade of shit.
PlayStation 5 announced that they're having their PlayStation 5 Pro models coming out, and it's supposed to be a substantial graphics update. The graphics card, the CPU, everything's been upgraded substantially, apparently.
Right.
Obviously up the price tag to about, I think it's about $700 if you want to drive with it.
Ooh, Lord.
But they're releasing a special limited version that's a 30th anniversary that's skinned and colored like the PlayStation 1.
Like the old PS1?
It has the old gray.
Yeah.
So
that'll be dope. That'll be
kind of dope. And I know they did that. I think it was for PS3 or PS4. I can't remember now. I think it was PS4. They did that a few years back. I think it was the 25th
Yeah.
I don't remember. Yeah, but yeah, they did a gray version, and that was pretty cool. So I think them doing this one it's going to sell out really fast. I think people are going to buy them even if they don't need a PlayStation. I think they're going to buy them just for that collectability.
No, I wouldn't doubt it. But $700 though?
It's crazy, right?
Whew.
So, but they said they said even this Pro model is a big leap from the OG version. So
maybe it'll be worth it.
Should be interesting. You're not gonna go to the store and reach for it.
Nah, I'll let my kid do that one. I'll take his PS5 when he gets the new
Pro.
one. Yeah.
Hey,
Because I still haven't upgraded my PS4 yet.
Keep that Pro in the box. It might be
Worth something.
once they sell out because it's supposed to be pretty limited. So once it sells out,
Oh, so it'll be the same as the PS5 when those things were going.
I believe the PS4 anniversary. I can't remember now if it was PS4 or PS3. I want to say it was PS4 anniversary edition. That was gray like that. I think they were numbered. So because they're limited, so I think they were numbered. So obviously, the smaller the number, the
more rare, the more valuable,
a little bit more collectible. So.
Totally, that's crazy.
But
I'm still trying to wrap my head around that price tag. That's a lot of money for a gaming system. But I mean, it doesn't surprise me because they keep going up. Like in my head.
Well, don't forget PS3 when it launched was $599 and $699 for the two models, right?
The 3?
It was like the 20 gig was like $599 and the 60 gig was $699, I think, or something. Or maybe it was $499 and $599.
I must have got a low one. When I got my PS3, it was $350.
No, you got the older new versions, the newer versions that came out later.
Oh, okay.
You didn't get the OG. I'm talking about like launch when they first came out, and that was when it had the little door that had the SD card slots and all that, and you could
and
install
it was
Linux.
compatible, right? Was that?
Yeah, it had that, but you could install Linux and do some homebrew stuff on there. So
crazy.
But yeah, I don't know. I might reach for it.
Let me know when you get it. I'll come over and play it.
I mean, I got the PS5 regardless. So.
Nah, I want the Pro.
You want the Pro, the Pro limited.
I want to play with the Pro, yeah. So you can see how terrible I am.
That's what's up. Well, yeah, I guess you can reach for that controller.
Pass it this way.
And with that,
done with another episode.
The pumpkin spice episode, and I feel like this is the shit episode because
it's just shit and pumpkin spice and shit.
So yeah, hey.
Is that what we're gonna call this one?
Pumpkin spice and shit.
Yep.
So
it works. It works on multiple levels.
With that, hey, thanks everybody for the support, and we'll see you on episode 12.
For sure.
Can you reach that?
Can you reach that?
Can you reach that? Can you reach that? Brought to you by Double One Entertainment in Coopersville. Hosted by Tango and Coop. And created and edited by Tim Greenlee and Brandon Adolphus. Music, sound design, and editing by Michael B. That's me. Visual art and graphic design by Jonathan Greenlee. Additional visual design by Timothy Greenlee.